I'm technically early, douchebags, so... Hi. Hang on a minute. It's not TV/2. Okay, there we go. When they go do the thing. Are you gonna... Oh, but you're messing around though, aren't you? But you are, though. Alright. Okay, no, that's fine. Anyway, because everything's working exactly the way we need it to. Hello there, Tinder Boy here, and welcome back to Warframe. Now, it is Monday evening, and we're going to proceed with a couple of things. We've only got a spy to do, and you know what? I'm not even going to fuss around. I'm just going to jump in straight away and do it. Lift G10, go. We're not gonna mess around. We're not worried about anything. Alinea8 gave a shout out to 30 few viewers as of 3 days ago. Why, thank you very much, Alinea8. You had there was no necessity in doing that, but you did it anyway. So thank you very much.
Your mission is to break
Let's
into
have a
any
look around.
vaults and steal any intelligence files you find.
All right. So
these corpus remind me of the Orokin.
Do they now?
Greedy.
What do you actually remember about the Orokin? Because you didn't when we woke up from the second dream.
But are you confident you can withstand their fury?
In fact, you can barely remember anything from the second dream. From before that. That was kind of like the whole point, you know, the amnesia out the cryopod. Well, we're not in a cryopod anymore, are we? In this canon, but you know what I mean. Yeah, they really need to fix up the canon in this game, the continuity, because, like, especially near the beginning of the game, it's there's so many all the like the story-based references. Excuse me, like all the dialogue in the game and like the quest logs and all that. They're all about events that didn't happen because they're all based off of like previous versions of the game. Yeah, they need to update them because it's really like confusing and odd when like you played through the tutorial and seen one thing happen, and then when the game recounts the tutorial, it just goes on about things that literally didn't happen because they're from previous builds in the game. It's a bit silly, but I'm sure. I say that. Oh, I'm sure they'll change it. They haven't, and it's been out for several years. Like this new update that happened, so they're not going to change it. But I've got bigger things to worry about at the moment. I kind of need more traces to be sorting out. Yeah, well, we need as many traces as possible. It's the same deal as usual. I need things. I need to sort out as many of these relics as possible. I haven't even purchased any of Vazia's current set, which, you know, obviously is really bad. And I intend on getting ahead of that issue. I will say, however, that my objective of
the relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
I don't want to. Take it back. Don't want it anymore. I will say that my me trying to get all the traces to level up all of Vazia's relics, it should become a lot simpler if I if we manage to do the thing. So if I start getting only 10 relics instead of 15, that should make things a lot easier. I mean, it'll literally shave like a few thousand off of. It literally shaved like a few thousand relics off of what we're doing here, so it should help us out by a decent amount. But we're here and we need to sort a few things out, so let's get started, I suppose. If I can edit the Darkwood video by the end of this night, that'll be 2 videos ready for when we need to begin the war. And then, again, I'm being dramatic with that for no reason. It just means that I'll just have 2 videos ready to upload, well, for the next few days. I've missed another upload today, unfortunately, so that video will go up tomorrow. But it is ready to go up. I just didn't manage to get it out in time for tonight. So I do actually have a little bit of extra time on my hands. But That being said, that's now 5 videos that I have to catch up on that I've because I've missed uploads. It's one of those, you know, traditionally I've not been great at this in the past, but I do intend on catching up on those. But I need to get ahead.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Sure. So, whoa, what was in the last? So yeah, we need to sort a few things out with that. I mean, I'm looking forward to finishing it, but in terms of ticking off all the side quests and stuff that I've got to do, I'm not looking forward to how much time it's going to take to do the Hogwarts Legacy video, this last one. Hopefully this last one, anyway. I want it to be the last one. Here's the thing, I want it to be the last one, because, like, I don't want it to be 3 videos of me trying to tick off all the side quests stuff, you know, like, I don't want it to be more than 3 videos. Like, this will be the 3rd video already, you know. So I don't want to have that to get crazier than it already is. Anyway, so.
We're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Indeed. All right, let's go. All right. Hey, whoa, that was close. Fisher! Get lost. Alright. Whoop. Here we go. Right, there's nothing that can stop us here. What I'm gonna do is go up here. Now, we got an Aya sculpture from this week's Maru mission, which isn't great. You know, I won't pretend that it is. I'm not really happy with that, but I suppose there's not really much else. I did go over here, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Alright, so there's no need to go back over there. So, yeah, it's very much unfortunate. That wasn't what I was after. I was kind of after... It's been a while since I've just seen an auto sculpture, you know? Like, I need to find one. I need to find it. Alright. Boom. Right, there's nothing over there. Alright, go this way. Wait a minute, what's in here? Oh, it's just the stairs to get up. Oh, God damn it! What's the point in having the secret stairway that no one is ever going to use anyway? But I suppose the idea is that it's just there to show that that's how the corpse would get up here, even though... wait a minute. Oh, you're over this way, lovely. But it's locked at the moment, so... Yeah. Well, no, it's not locked for the Tenno, it's locked because the corpus don't want anyone in it. But, okay, good. I don't think they locked it, you know, specifically because of those.
If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Uh-huh. Boom. I fell through most of that, and I think we did alright. Boom.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms.
No alarms indeed, Lotus.
We came for. Get to extraction.
Thank you, it's you. Alright, well, we're stocking up on Science Stars still, which is always nice. That's absolutely lovely. Uh-huh. No, I didn't mean to go all the way down there. Cool. But here's the trick. There's stuff all over the place. Wait for it. Wait, what? Oh, sure. Good. Well, yeah, I know there's stuff here somewhere. I know it. I love being way too specific about looting stuff in games. Anyway, alright. Now we've got everything in here and we can disappear. Do you know, I'm really good at just accidentally rhyming stuff, aren't I? That, like, I just don't need to be. You know, they've just got no rhyme or reason. to be doing any of the things that are going on. But
Let's go.
Cool, let's go. I just really need an auto sculpture. Or two. I would very much appreciate two. It's been so long since I've just had one. I feel like Bilbo trying to like obsessing over the One Ring. You know, I'm just like I'm beginning to get like Bilbo in the. Do you know? One of the first in the first scene that we actually see Bilbo in Fellowship, where no, it's not technically the first scene. The first scene, like where it's old man Bilbo, not like the flashback where he's young. And also we got a former blueprint, so that's lovely. I need to claim today's former. I haven't done that. But no, it's the where he checks his pocket for the ring and then he starts panicking because it's not it's in his other pocket or something like that, and he starts like checking all his coats. I feel like I'm getting like that, but for an auto sculpture. I'm like, look, it's like where is it? Where are they? I've got all of this stuff going on for myself, and I need a lot of platinum. I think a good 600 platinum would do us a lot of good in what's going on here. What am I doing? Oh wait, I should be able to build with you. Excellent. Yeah, you, because I have an Argon Crystal. Cool. It's good to know that I'm putting all that form to good use somehow. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to do some rescue stuff, aren't we? Let's go then, I suppose. We got K10s. Nope, we're not doing those. We're doing P8s. P8, not P6. I mean, it was a pretty pointless reference, I'm not going to lie, but the Mad Max game will be played at some point. I've already beaten it, obviously. I've already, like, you know, completed it and all that.
Intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd clone something a little less ugly.
You know, I've got the hood on for a reason, mate. I'm not going to lie.
White fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
I do, as a matter of fact, Lotus. Yep.
You're near a fissure. Defeat the corrupted and use the reactant to open a relic.
Oh no, it'll never not. It'll never stop being like. It'll never stop being really weird hearing your new and old dialogue side by side.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
Come on.
Do you know what I don't understand? If they're gonna add new dialogue in order to make it clearer, why do they keep some of the old dialogue? Like I'm just saying, man. I don't know, like if Reb or the other staff or what I don't know what kind of like staff or production goes into voice acting. So I'm just gonna have to keep it vague and be like the production staff. You know, if the devs. You know, and devs in this instance means basically anyone who's necessary to fulfill my suggestion. I'm just saying, like, you know, if Rev's up for the paycheck and she's got the time on her hands, like they're not exceedingly, you know, what was understaffed or something with whatever updates they've got planned. And like I said, she's up for the paycheck. Then, you know, I think they should just redo a lot of the original lines. So either make them make some of them a little less corny for starters. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them being corny, but it's just they can make some of the tutorial type stuff, you know, the stuff that's meant to teach you about mechanics. They can make them a little bit clearer, or they can make them a bit more lore focused. Like so the so there's like a little lore tidbit, or this, you know, if they were to rework, if they're going to give the Lotus some new lines, I think they should get rid of a lot of the old lines, and like rework them a little, like tweak the delivery, maybe tweak the like if they take the line or take the purpose of the line.
Let's go on the offensive.
Like, for example, saying, let's go on the offensive. Instead of him saying that, he says something that means something very similar, but it's a new line because it's a new delivery, you know? So it's just basically improved on the old delivery. So not only, so like obviously the problem that we're trying to solve there is that we don't have loads of old dialogue that's put next to the new dialogue that then sounds weird. But at the same time, yeah, so like the delivery is always matching. Because here's the thing, you gotta remember, the Reb recorded most of these Lotus lines like 10 years ago, and these new lines of dialogue that are in the game now were probably recorded and I don't know if they were recorded, but they were probably done this year. So you're like, yeah, obviously there's gonna be a bit of a difference. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they should brush up and improve on a lot of the older lines. Probably do the game a little bit. Well, it would be like a small thing, obviously. Like it's not some massively game-breaking thing, but it's still, you know, it's an improvement that could be made, and it would it would be less jarring when you're in the middle of a mission and you hear a Lotus that's 10 years younger right next to a Lotus that's 10 years older. You know, it's one of those that you can hear the difference. And do you know like how in Destiny when they reworked the tutorial, in Destiny 2 they created like they took all the original Earth missions and by the way, I can't believe they left it at that. By the way, they did it. This is what I wanted them to do for all the planets in Destiny 1, like just rework the Destiny 1 content and put it in Destiny 2. But like new and improved and like actually, you know, time efficient. It's got a not half bad story in it. There's lore tidbits streamed throughout. Like the tutorial segment for Destiny 2 was basically the tutorial for Destiny 1. It's the first mission for Destiny 1. They took all the missions for they took all the Earth missions from the first Destiny, and they added them into the tutorial for Destiny 2. It's like the initial new light quest, like your objective. They created an entirely new like quest and story around, well, the new Guardian that you made, and you interacting with another Guardian called Sean, I think. No, Shaw-Han, isn't it? They created a new story with that, but you go to the same places that you did throughout all the missions in the first Destiny, or on Earth, and they got a lot of very similar objectives. But they've made an entirely new story around those missions, you know, new context and everything. And so that's kind of what I wanted them to do for all the missions from the first game. But the whole point that I'm getting at with that is that because they took the opportunity to basically take the old stuff, redo it but improve it, they had Ghost, you know, with his new voice actor and everything, they had Ghost do like new lines about the different factions that you encounter on Earth. So like when you encounter the Fallen and when you encounter the Hive, he like tells you about them, and he gives you like a little bit of the background on who they are and why they're here, and that's the kind of thing that I'm getting at with the Lotus. It's like, well, I mean, you know, if Rev's up to it, you know, you can brush up on a lot of the get rid of the old Lotus dialogue and do a whole bunch of new dialogue. And with that, there's a lot of stuff that you could get away with. Like you can do a little bit like you can. Like with each new line of dialogue, it just reveals this tiny little new piece of lore that's focused on something. It's all made with the current canon and continuity in mind, and there's no like alterations as the stories progress or anything like that. There's no changes. Well, there would be changes, wouldn't there, if we're changing the dialogue? But what I mean is that there wouldn't be any like jarring conflicts in between the new and old dialogue, you know, if you make sure that it's all current. But yeah, like you could just like if you were to redo the lines and give a new dialogue, as much as we all like the old lines because of how corny they are in some cases, but it would just give you the opportunity to start sprinkling in a couple of lore references as time goes on, like maybe the way she describes the Grineer or something like that. It gives you a little bit of history. Well, not history, but it should give you the tenor should give you more history on the factions. I mean, they already do, but you know, I've already gone over that. I don't like their lines. like the way she talks about the Grineer and their tactics, that might give you a little bit of, well, a little bit of lore on what their tactics and strategies are. Anyway, let's continue. Boom, we got a Bronco Prime receiver. I'm pretty sure that's about 15 ducats. That's not too fancy, but at the same time, it's still ducats that we're going to end up spending and doing a thing. When Barrow arrives.
A person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
Sounds good. Let's go.
You have no honor.
Indeed.
Void fishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury?
I'm overconfident. Alright.
You found a fisher. Look out for reactant.
Indeed, but none of that's relevant at the moment.
We have to win this.
Don't lie, I have already spoken about you.
Use it to crack open a relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
Like, you gotta wonder, what is reactant? You know, like, what is it?
There's a heavy unit
And
approaching.
what does it do? Why do we need it to open void relics?
Rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
For the Lotus.
Well, we're already
My Warframe is strong.
mostly sorted out on that, which is great for us. 10 void traces. We're not doing great so far. We've gotten 41 traces so far. We could be doing a whole lot better than that. So let's start doing a whole lot better than that.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected him.
Come on.
So, if not for a bit of a spending spree that I did yesterday when I did Warframe Part 93, which still needs to be edited. It's an 8-hour chunky video that I need to edit through, but hopefully I'll be able to chop it down to about 40 minutes. Anyway, I'm now at about 200 million, which should be good. I now don't have to earn any credits. I now don't have to focus on earning any credits until August, which is absolutely brilliant. I think it's like August 20. Wait a minute. When is it? Yeah, like, is it late August or early August? It's about mid. It's 18th of August. I've got it right now, so it's about midway. So yeah, halfway through August is when I have to start earning money again. Yeah, we're probably gonna get like 2 credit boosters before then. Is my estimate, because I feel like DE do these things like once a month, you know. So anyway,
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Oh, surely. Indeed. Let's go.
You are running out of time.
Are we though? I see.
Here are the holding cells.
I know.
Search each one for the hostage.
Thank you, Tenno.
I like how you told me where you were after I found you. You are a very helpful prison escapee.
And I'll take care of the rest.
Got an extra weapon. They won't just let us walk out of here.
Yeah, they will. No, what I need to do is, well, I think I'm gonna take an early night tonight. Actually, like once I'm done with the stream, I think I'm just gonna go straight to bed. Catch up on, because like when I did the I got up at like what, 7:30 today. I meant to get up a little bit. No wait, I think it was close to 9. But I went to bed at like, what was it? I think 20 to 3. It was yeah, like because of Warframe, because of Part 93. I'd started recording at like 6 o'clock. That's the thing. Like it weren't supposed to be that long, but that's what happened there. So yeah, I'm gonna catch up on a little bit of sleep. That should help me out, and then. Because, I mean, we already have the Star Wars video, right? Like, that'll be ready to go up as soon as. I just need to get that sorted, do the Darkwood video, get that done, get the Warframe video done the same day. Should be good for us. Oh no.
They've got me. Tenno, help!
Yeah, mate. Just give me a sec. Let me kill everything for you. Cool. Anyway. Alright. Boom. Got there in the end. Oh, you guys have hacked everything, haven't you? Bam, 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 bam. Whoop.
Or the Tenno.
Oh, that door's just permanently locked, I'm guessing. Let's go.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
That's so this time. Alright, I believe that's time for us to go. Wait, did I not? I think there was an area downstairs, didn't I, that I didn't get. Right, we've got a Lex Prime barrel. I'm enjoying this brew.
Knock, knock. Now, who would be knocking all the way out here? Operator, I don't think you should answer that.
Avengers in the 90s. We've got Brad Pitt as Captain America. We've got John Stamos? Is that Stamos? I don't know. I clicked on the tweet and it didn't exactly like zoom in. I think it's John Stamos. Okay. You've got Eddie Murphy as Falcon. Now I just need to watch Daddy Daycare again. You know, there we go. You got Alicia Silverstone as Scarlet Witch. You have Christian Slater as Hawkeye. You have Matthew Broderick? Okay, I think that's Broderick. Matthew Broderick as Ant-Man. You have Tom Cruise as Iron Man. You have Leonardo DiCaprio as Spider-Man. You've got Mila Jovovich as Black Widow. You have Denzel Washington as Black Panther. You have Ethan Hawke as Vision. You have Cuba Gooding Jr. as War Machine. You have Dolph Lundgren as Thor. You have David Duchovny as Hulk. Oh, yeah, Guy as Evolution. That's the one. Good film. You've got Keanu Reeves as Doctor Strange. You have Keith David as Nick Fury. I mean, to me, he's only Captain Anderson. That's what he is to me. And Arbiter, sure. I'll take Arbiter as well. You know, I didn't realise that Captain Anderson was like has the same voice actor as Arbiter. But like as soon as like it took me by surprise when I heard someone say that. I was like what? But then like obviously immediately like I recited the lines in my head like the demon is here. And then obviously that's not a very good Keith David impression, but immediately I heard it. I was like, "Holy shit, that's Captain Anderson! That's Captain Anderson talking!" Like, oh no! Like, wow, yeah, that took me by surprise. You have Gary Oldman as Loki. Okay, you've got Ron Perlman as Thanos. Yo, honestly, I can see it. I can really see it. Anyway, you've got Brendan Fraser as Star-Lord. Okay, sure. You've got Halle Berry. Is it Halle Berry or is it Halle Berry? I think it's Halle Berry, right? As Gamora. You have Demi Moore. I hope I'm saying that right. Demi Moore as Nebula. You have You have Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci. As Rocket Raccoon. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger as Drax, lovely, and you got Winona Ryder as Mantis. Sure, I mean, could have worked. I mean, I'd watch it. I'd have watched it. I would watch it. Here's the thing, I would watch it. Anyway, I didn't have chat open that entire time, so I could have easily been missing something there. I haven't, but I could have easily been missing something there. Right, we've got an hour and a half. Let's actually get to doing something. So. Well, yeah, let's not lag behind too much. We've already been lagging behind, so we need to make sure that we're keeping up going on here. Maximize the focus points earned from focus lens by doing. I didn't really catch the end of that, so.
Mission. We need to find and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to them.
Affirmative.
The Grenier used to be builders, but now all they make is war.
Anyway.
There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic.
I'm really sorry that line of dialogue from the Tenno. That's like one of the ones that I hate the most. Like I really don't mean any disrespect to the guy who like voiced it, but I feel like they could do with a retake. Like it doesn't sound like any emotion. It doesn't even sound like curiosity or like pondering or wonder, or there just doesn't sound. There doesn't seem to be any emotion in it whatsoever, and it just seems really very flat. Again, I don't mean it sound shitty. But like I don't mean to sound harsh, but I don't want to say shitty. But I feel like that in itself is a bit over the top. So I also don't want to sound dramatic either. But I know I sound harsh, but I don't like a lot of the Tenno lines. I've heard I've heard people say that Raven is the best one. The Raven voice because obviously you can change the voice of your Tenno. See, it's a weird thing with like the Tenno and the voices, because I pick this voice because I think it fits the design of my Tenno. It fits the design of my Tenno, but yeah, that. But it also anyway, it fits the design of my Tenno. But I also didn't want to like change the design of the Tenno because I don't do a lot of customization in customization stuff. Well, I do sometimes, but you know, in a lot of cases, I feel like within reason, I'll pick within reason, I'll usually leave stuff as like mostly default. And I had to say within reason there because I mean, look at my Excalibur. It's not exactly the default skin, is it? It's like, no, I think when it comes to like, when it comes to like facial features, I'll leave them mostly the same. Like when it comes to the outfit, I'll put like anything on them, you know. But I think when it comes to like the actual physique or like facial characteristics of a character, I'll leave them mostly intact. It's like the same thing with like Shepard, you know. I put him in red armor, even though that wasn't what his armor was. And I gave him, you know, his own background and all that, but like facial feature-wise, I'm leaving him well and truly alone. That's what Shepard looks like, as far as that's who Shepard is, as far as I'm concerned. You know. Stay focused. There's a heavy. That ugly Shepard model that guy uses whenever he does the worst playthrough videos. Yeah, that's not what Shepard looks like. That's not canon. My canon Shepard is well, the one on the cover, basically. Is a default Shep, as he's known. You gotta go default Shep. There's nothing for it. As a wise Gamgee once said. As a Samwise Gamgee. No, okay, all right.
On the offensive.
I was gonna say you could tell like a really shit Lord of the Rings joke out of that, couldn't you? Like like which of the like to somebody who like never seen Lord of the Rings or something like that. I don't know, or maybe it'd be somebody who has seen Lord of the Rings. But like which of the Gamgee family was known as the wisest? And then it's just Samwise. Oh dearie me. All right. I want to tell that joke to someone now. I want to do that. Okay, right. Well, we've got our traces. I've forgotten how many traces we were actually on before when we did a thing. So I suppose we're just going to continue and hope for the best. I mean, it doesn't matter how many traces we've gotten, really, because we're going to get more. If that's how many we got, and we're going to get more. Babe.
Surely initiate the execution.
Then let them initiate it. Let them try. We got an infested charger just charging us down over there as they want to do.
I will not forget this, Tenno.
You better not.
You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Sure.
Attack us and we will counter.
Got a weapon for me? I've got some scores to settle.
Do you know, weirdly enough, I left it on my other ship. Or just my ship, actually, but you know, not my other one, but just my ship. Alright. What's going on over there? We got some stuff. Ah, I've got an edge. Right. Good stuff. Alright, so, first of all, we got you. Do we have anything over here? We do, actually. Right, let's get out of here before this guy gets himself killed. And it would appear that there's nothing over here that else needs to be collected. Right. So we've gotten all of this. That's all well and good. Let's go this way, and then we can go. Oh, we did just go there. Lovely.
Strike. We have to win this.
Yeah, mate. Well, it's funny you should say that when we're right next to extraction. Boom, we're done. Come on, give me something good. Yeah, maybe I'll get something out of her. Maybe I'll get something out of this at some point. You never know. Right, let's begin. We've got a lot of these to be getting through before. We got another what? We've got 100. No, we've got 80 minutes left.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. Or near a fissure.
Or the tent.
Yeah, we've got about 80 minutes of this left. So, let's see what we can do in 80 minutes. We can get, I would say, an average of about 12 more of these missions done, which is at least 72 traces, and at most 360, but we're not going to get that much. Most likely, it's very, very, very unlikely that we're going to get 360 out of these missions. But it would be nice though. It would be very, very nice. I'm not gonna lie, it would be excessively delightful if we got 360 out of this. But I don't actually think, no, because we wouldn't even, wait, no, yeah, I just realized, if we're not doing it in one mission, then it won't matter what the cap is. But, I was gonna say, I don't want to actually hit the cap and end up wasting a few things. Alright. Come on. Alright. Neuros. I need more of those. I don't actually. Wait a minute. Aha, you're up here. Yeah, it matters not how many neuros I have. I mean, I already have 100. Alright, there we go. 11 bar traces. So we know we're not getting 360 at least anyway. That's at least we cleared that up. We can rule that out as a possibility.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Let's go on the offensive.
Indeed. Alright, come on. What we got here? well, there's no point in me like killing everybody that's here anyway, because we already have everything, which means all I have to do now is go this way. Make sure I get everything. Oh, you're just trying to spawn enemies on me now, aren't you? I can see that. Go over here. But whereth are the sculptures? I would very much appreciate a few auto sculptures, because I have not had any in a while, and I kind of want them. So give them to me. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Oh no, we did go that way, didn't we? There was nothing there. Lovely. There's nothing over there, which means if we just roll back up in this direction, we'll grab all of this stuff. There. Oh my goodness, it's deja vu. Right, we've got something going on for ourselves over there. Which means drop here. Boom. Go. Aha, what's down here? Nothing of interest, unfortunately. But I would accept a science star if you're going to drop one in front of me. Because, as much as I could always do with more, I would take a science star, because I'm also after as many of those as I can get. Ow. Leave me alone. Leave my health alone, you douchebags.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful.
Oh, well, that's good to know. I'm not in the wrong one.
Surely initiate the execution sequence.
Wait a minute. I swear that just didn't activate or something. Alright, let's go.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
I will not forget this, Tenno.
Lovely. That's of no import to
Subject
me.
found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Don't suppose you have an extra gun?
No. No, actually. Alright, do we have anything of interest over here in this direction? I would very much hope so, because, as I've been saying, I'm a little low on sculptures. You know exactly what I mean. Oh my goodness. Deja vu again. No. I'm not having that. That's not, no. Alright, don't do that. It's been, I feel like an addict right now. Like, it's been too long since I've experienced the sweet release of finding an auto sculpture just lying on the floor within arm's reach. You know, it's just, I need it.
Let's go.
Just, again, I always like making this kind of reference, but I always feel like Blonsky from The Incredible Hulk. I want more. I love how like not discreet they were about like naming him the Abomination in The Incredible Hulk. It's like obviously the comic character is called Abomination, and in order to make it clear that that character was called Abomination, they had the doctor guy who was forced to do the experiment say, you've already got some. You look like you've got a little something in you already, without knowing what's in you already. I can't, in good confidence, do this experiment. The mixture could be an abomination. It's like, because he does it dead dramatically as well. So he's like, the mixture could be, and he's like a big pause, and he just goes, an abomination, and you're like, oh my goodness. Obviously, it's like it doesn't mean anything to anybody who doesn't know that there's a character called Abomination, but it's such a to the comic fans, it's such a like a it's almost like it's. Does anybody know the clip of Mini Minter from the Sidemen, and he's like, "Hi again, it's me" clip? It's like that, but slightly less awkward. Because it's like it's a film with production value and not a guy spinning his spinny chair in his room with his low quality camera. It's like that. It's just really like it's just this very obvious pause so that you hang on the words. While they name this comic character.
You need to find the holding cell immediately. Collect reactant to open your relic.
Random film thoughts with Judy. There we go. Or random anything thoughts for that matter. I do love, by the way, I did the X horoscope thing, and it definitely got my my Mass Effect and tea loving down to the bone. It got that down to the wire, or whatever the expression is. I can't remember. I'm also tired, so it was like almost every like character trait it assigned to me. It drew it back to Mass Effect, like compared to like, oh, this is relevant to his enjoyment of Mass Effect because Mass Effect is this type of game and all that kind of stuff. It's and then it was at one point where it said that I have a Mass Effect obsession, which
Come on.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Good to know you got looks like you got my back. There you go. See? Well, what he said. No, come on. I don't have a Mass Effect obsession. Look, all right. The NPC said it. Actually, he's not an NPC because I'm playing as him. The in-game character said it, so it's just fact. All right, it's canon. I do not have a Mass Effect obsession. Warframe, it's just a science star. Again, I would appreciate more amber stars. I feel like we could use a lot more of those because we've hit the 2,000 mark for science stars, but I would love to hit the 1,000 mark for amber stars. That would be glorious. Like guys, here's the thing. Before we even touch a single sculpture, like if we had, by the time it takes us to get to 1,000 amber stars, by that point, we would have around 500,000 endo before we touch a single sculpture. I'm not joking, because we would have the 1,000, we'd get the 100,000 endo from all the amber stars. We'd get 100,000. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking 400,000. Yeah, I'm thinking 400,000 before we get before we even touch the sculptures. So you'd have the 100,000 from the amber stars, from the 1,000 amber stars. You'd have the 100,000 endo from the 2,000 science stars, and then you'd have the no, it would be 500,000. No wait. No, yeah, I'm an idiot. Right, yeah. Right, so we've got the 200,000, like we said there. Yeah, it is 400,000. We'd have the 100,000, we'd probably have around 100,000 endo just in pocket, like that's already tied to my account. Then we'd have about 100,000 endo in mods for me to sell. So once I sell all those mods and turn them to endo, then I'd have about 400,000 total. That's before I've even gone near a single sculpture. Let's not talk about the amount of that the sculptures are worth. Yeah. I mean, maybe we could. Maybe we could do exactly that. I feel like I've already been through this before, though, right? Yeah. We're in. We've got some endo to worry about, and we've not even opened the war within yet. Don't get me started. In fact, actually, yes, get me started because I want to start doing all that kind of stuff. Give. Good. No, wait, what? Oh, damn it. There's a lot down on. Boom. Go. I got ready. I recorded the Darkwood video for 2.5 hours, thinking that I was nearing the end of the game, and then when I finally escaped, thinking that was about to like roll credits or something, I appear in a new area and it just says chapter 2, and I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm not near the end of the game at all. I spent so long. By the way, I've started playing the I started a second save on it, and I haven't died yet. A few nights into the game, and I think that's because I think it might actually be a thing, right, where I'm not. I don't think the game is supposed to be as hard as I've made it. I get the impression that the game isn't. Well, it would get obviously a little bit harder as I progress the story, but I don't actually think the difficulty that I've been experiencing is strictly to do with my story progression. I think it actually is supposed to be that the nights get harder like the longer the game goes on for. So I think generally what it's been is that I've spent so much time in like the early bases. I swear I spent like 20 days in there, right? I spent like 20 days in the first base or something like that, because I kept dying to like low-level threats in the first area, and stuff like that because I had no idea what I was doing. I'm pretty sure like the reason why the game has been so hard on me recently, and I've been dying like twice per day, is because it is because like the game's supposed to get like I'm supposed to have better equipment by this point, you know, like I like by this point, like by the time I'm in chapter 2 now. By the time I've hit day 30, I probably should be like into chapter 2. I probably should be into chapter 3, and I probably would have like armor and shotguns and all that kind of stuff or whatever's going on. Like it wouldn't surprise me if those bird enemies that I encountered that like absolutely annihilated me two nights in a row. No, that absolutely annihilated me. It wouldn't surprise me if it was if like I'm supposed to kill them with a shotgun or something like that. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's gonna be one of those. Like, yeah, I think the reason, like, I'm probably supposed to have some kind of defense against them by now. But here's the thing, I haven't progressed far enough into the game to get those resources in defensive because I've spent so much time in the earlier levels, and I feel like that's what's going to end up happening. Like, I've already got loads of resources on like day 3 on my second save, and I feel like, oh, I'm probably going to be moving into like the Silent Forest in like 2 nights, you know. And like every time you load up a new save, by the way, it's randomly generated. So like obviously there's new like the map's different now on this new save that I've got. Like nothing's even like come into my base yet. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those like nothing's even come into my base yet in this second save.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations.
Yeah, that's the point we're at now. And I'm like, right, I think I almost died once, but that's because I picked a fight with about 5 dogs at once. I won, but I wasn't. I shouldn't. Well, no, Like, I won, but the reason why I almost died is because I thought that if you catch multiple dogs in a single swing, well, this is something to remember for the next save as well now. For the normal save, the channel save, is your swing will only hit one enemy at a time. So if you're swinging into a group of enemies, it'll only register as hitting one person. So like the other two enemies won't be like interrupted or knocked back or anything like that. So yeah, the other dogs did almost kill me, but I did get there. Did manage to kill them all.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Come on. Yeah, well, I'm glad you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed your stay in the Origin system, douchebags. Alright. Well. There you go. Look at us go. A whole bunch of loot. It's right here. There you go, and I'm my star. That's gonna help us out.
Watch yourself. Rainier are on the way.
Tenvoy traces. We could have done better.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Oh, okay, right. So everything's on the other side now, isn't it? It's on that. We're not here. Right. So you are a yellow door. Gregor. We got whatever's in here. Oh, we haven't been in here. Look at that. No, no, no. Here we go. I'm gonna get like an 11.5-hour sleep after this. I'm just going to catch up on things. Yeah, like just a good night's sleeping, you know. Then when I get up, I just need to do like a grind on the editing because I've only got 2 more videos. Isn't it? I've only got 2 more videos to edit through. I need to do more recording and all that. So, yeah, that I need to sort that out.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. Aha! There is stuff in here. I love how excited I get for a couple of green lockers that have nothing in them. I don't think I'm ever gonna change on that. I mean, you never know, I might, but no. You know, see, here's the thing. I don't think I ever do actually. I don't think anything really has changed since like when I was a kid and I played games. The only thing that has changed is my appreciation for harder difficulties. Like that's it. I feel like that actually is it. Like in terms of the way I play games and like my play style, my methods, my focuses, like how I go about progression. I don't think it's actually changed ever. Like really.
Let's go on the offensive.
But like again, the only thing that's changed now is like, okay, so obviously I used to play, you know, when I was a kid, I'd play everything on the easiest possible difficulty. It didn't matter what. It's like I play like MK9 on beginner difficulty, and the enemies like 9 times out of 10 they will literally just stand there and let you hit them, and then occasionally they'll move or throw like an acid ball at you or something like that, but they would literally just, like, for the most part, I mean, the bosses would throw a couple of attacks at you, but, you know, the AI was really predictable on them. I've never played the, I've never played the Mortal Kombat games on the hardest difficulty, but it's like, it was around that time. I think that might have actually been the first game that I tried, that I thought, hey, you know what, this is way too easy. I'm just gonna put it up to like medium difficulty. Like I remember doing that, like swapping it from like a beginner to medium. Uh oh, that's not good. Right, I need to kill this guy. These enemies right there are the dangerous ones. I dare you. Oh, go on, Helios. There you go. Let's go. We need to leave. Just trying to test the sensitivity of my microphone. I need a weapon. I think the hostage only gets like one free takedown, so I need to.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
Listen, I mean, it's a sculpture, so I'll take it. I prefer, you know, auto, but that's 2 Aya sculptures that I've had today, and one of them has been, one of them was the, was the Maru relic, Maru's mission. Which also means, by the way, that Barrow's going to be showing up this week. So I want to get some stuff prepared for him. It's me. Oh. Okay, right. That was good. I've noticed that my my microphone in the videos has started to be like picked up by my microphone in the videos has started to like pick up whenever I pop my back. It's always like entertaining when I'm trying to explain something and you can just hear the pop. All right.
If we can avoid alerting them, this might be easier.
Void fissures. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? You're near a fissure.
Come on.
Use that reactant to open a relic. Keep fighting.
You know, Lotus, that sounds like something I'm not going to take any issue with. And I'm going to quite directly
There's a heavy unit
do exactly that.
There's no telling what the captors are doing to our rescue target.
Absolutely nothing.
Find the holding cell immediately.
I say that because I've never walked in on them doing anything. So that's my answer to that worry. It's absolutely nothing.
Or the Tenno.
I've said my piece about stuff like that.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
not. I'm just lost in thought about. I mean, I'm on my way through the Lord of the Rings, but I'm thinking. Well, I've been recommended to read the. It's been recommended to me to read the Silmarillion, and I suppose while I'm there, I may as well look into the Unfinished Tales. I don't know if that's supposed to complete Tolkien's work, or if there's any other stuff that I need to read before I miss out and stuff. I mean, I've got the Hobbit, but is there anything else? And then the reason why this got recommended to me is because I was talking about how I was explaining the reason why people like don't understand Gandalf's power in Lord of the Rings. Why they think he's just like a powerful wizard on the tier of like Dumbledore and stuff like that. And I was saying, well, I mean, I've heard bits and pieces of what he's supposed to be from like the books and all that. Like he's a Maya, he's like a spirit. He was sent from a higher dimension by a literal god of the universe and all that kind of stuff. And so I obviously I don't understand Gandalf for his powers, but I know that he's supposed to be stronger than just like a typical wizard. But the reason why none of that's known is because none of that's in the films. It's like most people would have like just watched the films, and in the films he's just a wizard with convenient plot magic. Sorry, Peter Jackson, but you really like you didn't do much you didn't really do much with Gandalf's powers or abilities. There were many instances where he just sort of he has a power that he's never had before, and then he never uses it again. It's like like when he shines the light at the Nazgul, and he the hell? Have I got something on my shoulder? What is it? I keep feeling like a tingle on my shoulder, not my shoulder, my elbow. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, if I look at the camera, I've not got something dangling out my beard or anything like that. No, all right. It's like like he shines the light of the Nazgul, and they all and it wards them all away, like all of them. And so you sat there thinking like, all right, so now he's being stared down by the Witch King, and you're like, all right, so get the light out, like shine that light. Nope, he nothing happens, and then the Witch King destroys his staff with like, he holds his sword in the air, the sword lights on fire. It's a real big shame that didn't happen, by the way, in the fight with Eowyn. I just realised that, like, hang on, he used magic to light his sword on fire, and then he fought Eowyn and like didn't do that, like that should have happened, man. Anyway, but so he lights his sword on fire, and then Gandalf's staff just explodes out of his own hand, and you're like, so I guess the Witch King can do that. The literal like the White Wizards, Mithrandir, all these fancy cool names he has, and then the Witch King just makes his staff explode, and you're like, okay, so like, why does he have power over Gandalf like that? Like, what? Like, you have to assume a lot of stuff, and the reason why you have to assume that kind of stuff is because there is no answer to it. And then I was explaining like, well, I mean, I've not. I'm reading through the Lord of the Rings, hoping that I'm reading through the books, hoping that I get a little bit more information on that as time goes on. And then it was explained to me that that like even in the books, it's barely touched on, like what the Maya are and what their powers are. I don't know how that's going to. Ooh, look at another Amber Star. I'll take that. So I'm just gonna. But then he said that it's like they really do go into it. I say they, Tolkien. I don't know, did he have any co-writers? I don't believe so. I don't actually know, that's a genuine question.
Approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't anyway. But it's like in the Silmarillion, that's when, because. And I only know of this because I'm pretty sure because the Silmarillion is what Rings of Power is not based off, in that it's based off of it, but it's like a huge bastardization.
Our prisoner in one of
from
these cells.
what I've been hearing. So,
Thank you, Tenno.
again, you always tell me that you're in that cell after I've freed him.
Escort the prisoner to the extraction
The
point.
Silmarillion
I'll take care of the
is
rest.
about like the history of Middle Earth, like world, like back from like when it was like first created by the gods and or the god, or I don't know, because I don't know that history. But it's like, you know, like the elves that appeared first on the island, the heir of what, like the first Numenorians, you know, all like, you know, like the lore of Middle Earth, the full like history of it, and that's what the Silmarillion's about. And I'd imagine the Unfinished Tales has something to do with that as well. And so obviously, as part of it being like the beginning of Middle Earth and all of that, I'd imagine that's got a lot about what the Maya are and why the Maya are and what the person who sends them are and what precisely a Balrog is. You know, a demon of the ancient world, as you know, and you know the dark fire. What's that? What's the dark fire? What's the He says, you know, I'm pretty sure, well, it's like they're called a Balrog of Morgoth, and you're like, oh, so like, what's Morgoth? I'm pretty sure I've heard of Morgoth. Anyway, isn't he like, well, isn't he supposed to be like way stronger than, like Sauron was like his I don't know to say like servant or anything, but like, you know, like the main villain of the Lord of the Rings movies, you know, the guy that was like the end of all things and all that kind of stuff. He was going to cover the world in total darkness and all that. He was like the main villain of the story. Yeah, he was like second rate to Morgoth at one point. As far as I understand, I have no idea. Literally, my information on that goes from a brief recounting of the Critical Drinkers video. I don't know anything about anything prior to the Lord of the Rings, and that's only going off the movies as well. I mean, okay, I doubt we got anything interesting out of that anyway. It's like, yeah, Morgoth was like this giant demon that tried to conquer the world. You know, elves and men resisted him and beat him, and then obviously like 1,000 years later, Sauron did his thing, and then that's obviously where the Lord of the Rings picks up. Like 3,000 years after that. It's a long time, Lord of the Rings, isn't it? I swear, like the full, well, it won't even be the full story, was it? It's like, yeah, it's, you know, thousands of years by a significant degree. Yeah.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
The Grineer used to be builders, but now all they make is war.
Void fissures. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury?
I'm overconfident.
You're near a fissure. Corrupted foes are dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
For the Tenno.
Again, it just doesn't make me want to hum a soundtrack, you saying that, you know?
There's a heavy unit approaching. There's no telling what the captors are doing to arrest the target. You need to find the holding cell immediately.
Let's go.
So, let's do a little bit of a recount, shall we, of the events of today. We've had one Aya sculpture. Yeah, you see, we're a little bit light on this, so I think we need to get a bit more stuff. 35 traces, I will take that. Oh my goodness.
Well done, Tenno.
But here's the thing, game. That won't pacify my thirst for endo. I need more. Anyway. Let's go. giveth. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering what to talk about next. Like, do I just bring up something Mass Effect related? I need to do the Renegade one at some point, man. Like, I want to. It's one of those things that, like, I'm not sure when I want to do it. That's the thing. It's like that guy from Shaun of the Dead, isn't it? Where he just it's like Shaun just looks at me and goes, you know, I've got things I want to do with my life. And he just looks at me and goes, when? And then that's it. It's just, well, no, it's he ends the conversation by just saying you've got red on you, and then, you know, that running gag. But it's you know, that's a similar thing with me when it comes to some of the things that I say I'm gonna do on the channel. Like, right, okay, I want to play this game, I want to do that. It's like, look, I fully intend to, like, I do, but other things have got to be done first. Like, for example, before I go back to replaying Mass Effect and doing the Renegade run, I do have to I do want to go ahead and wait a second. Yeah, before I go and do that, I need to,
For the Lotus.
excuse me, like, I need to finish off all the games that I have ongoing. You know, it's that kind of thing. Do 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 do. But you know, there's some lines of dialogue in Mass Effect. Mass Effect is just one of those games where you can be such a douchebag in Mass Effect. It's one of those, right? Like, you'll there's always that, like, there's so many scenes or lines where you sat there and you see the outrageous dialogue option, and you sat there like, I want to say this, I want to say it. Like, you don't actually want to say it, like, unironically, obviously, but you sat there like, what an outrageous thing to say. Like, I just want to, just because it'd be funny. Or it's like, you know, like a character walks past. It's like a character looks at you the wrong way. It's like, I don't know, if a character says something like really annoying to you or something like, not like really annoying, but like really disrespectful, and then like a renegade button comes out, but like, let's say, I don't know, the character's like a child, like a character's mouthing off against you or something like that, in the game, and like a renegade, like, you know, a child's being a little shit to you in a game, and then renegade check pops up. Obviously, like, technically it would be consciously, but, like, I wouldn't unironically make the decision to punt a child in the face. But in a video game, I'm sat there like, you know, Shepard's doing the thing where he poses, he either just looks the child dead in the eye, or he leans back and does this, and then the button pops up, and I'm just sat there like that, and I'm just sat there like, all right, I'm just doing it, and then a cutscene just plays out where Shepard knocks the child out, and you're like, I'm sorry, but games are great. Games are a work of art. I need to do a Renegade run at some point because it's going to be so. It's like, you know, the Ragnar like begging for survival, like, oh, give us a chance to escape, and then you just cut them off. You don't even listen to them. Push the gas button. Watch them die. All right, lads, let's leave. And you're like, it's just being evil for the sake of it, and that's the run that I'm going to do at some point. It's like, oh, we have innocent civilians. Can you help us escape? Locks door, walks off, and you're like, brilliant. Let's go. Oh my goodness, it should be insane.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Come on.
Why to you too, good sir. I'm gonna pretend like that was me. Alright. Another science star. Lovely. 3200. Again, doing nothing. You'll love to see it. Ow. It's like I've still got to do Dragon Age as well. You know, what? Edgar Wright? Edgar Wright's in talks to direct Barbarella starring Sydney Sweeney. Sure. I mean, if Edgar Wright wants to direct another movie, I'll be down for that. That being said, like I need to rewatch the Cornetto trilogy. My future sister-in-law sent this to me. It's a frog and a duck. It's a fuck. Brilliant. Wait a minute. Okay, what's going on here?
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
You'd think they'd clone something a little less ugly.
Yes,
Void fissures.
indeed.
You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? You're near a fissure.
This can't be real.
Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much
That's
time.
not real. There's no way. This is half of my maximum power output. Safety is paramount. I will work my way to full power.
Or the Tenno.
There is no way that's real. Surely that's not possible. How could that be possible? That's not real. It can't be. I'm watching a video of a guy who apparently he lost his eye to cancer. He lost his eye to cancer, which, you know, obviously, you know, sucks. But so he lost his eye to cancer. So he's turned his missing eye into a flashlight. When you know, he turns it on, and just wherever he looks, he's like a cyborg. Wherever he looks, the room like lights up in dark. Like, you know, it's a video like he's walking around. He's walking around like in the dark, and you know, obviously he can see wherever he's looking because his eye is a flashlight. He is a cyborg main character. I'm sat there like, that can't be possible. A battery life of 20 hours. And it's only at half of his maximum power output at the moment because, you know, he's trying to make cybernetic augmentations to himself to improve. Like, we're in the steampunk, the cyberpunk universe. That's not what steampunk. No, that's a different thing. That's the opposite. But
You are surrounded by
that can't be real. Like, how is that even possible? I'm going to need some validation on this, because that does not look possible. That doesn't seem possible. How do you make your eye into a flashlight? Like, what's it even connected to? Like, where does its power come from? Well, I suppose it just has, like, its own battery that, like, needs to be recharged and replaced. Like, it's not connected to his body in any way. But it's like, how... What? Anyway.
Cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
But yeah, it's just Sergeant Neo saying, petition to specifically fund education in electronics, mechanics, and material sciences for people with disabilities and missing body parts. That would be cool. I'm just saying, man, if we could, like, in order to accommodate for, like, disabilities and all that, like, we had, well, loads of cybernetic augmentations for people with all these disabilities. Like, oh, you lose your eye? Well, guess what? Now you get a laser eye. How about that? It's like, oh, now, oh no, it's like the woman out of it's like Gazelle out of Kingsman. You lose your legs, so you get sword legs. Oh my goodness. Alarms have been triggered. Enemies en route to your location. I'll just be here, don't mind me. Do 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 do. You know, I never finished watching the Golden Circle. Yeah, I think the Secret Service has got to be the best one out of the three. The King's Man was good. I did enjoy that. But the Golden Circle, they just weren't doing it for me. I won't spoil loads, but I really hated the beginning. Like, that one, let's call it a creative choice to thin the cast of characters and put the heroes at a strong disadvantage. I really wasn't a fan of that. Yeah, I'm like, just that in and of itself has already put the film at a disadvantage when it comes to keeping my attention. So I'm like, look, man, you've done this thing, and now I'm like, yeah, but that's you know, there's still things in the movie for me to watch, of course, but you kill a character I like. Almost like just sort of almost off camera. Like, it's not quite off camera, but it's almost like it's like right at the beginning of the film, you kill a character that I liked from the first film. I'm like, but I can't spoil it. I can't spoil it. I can't elaborate on that point because I can't spoil it. But yeah, I just couldn't stay invested in it. But like, it's like when they found the American Kingsman, which it's like, yeah, they found the American Kingsman, the American branch. It was really jarring. It was really jarring watching one agent absolutely like devastate both Eggsy and Merlin. And I'm sat there like, wait a minute, why are you doing all the way over here? Why are you still all the way over here? Alright, we've only got 5 seconds left, which means get up here. I like how what are you doing? You're holding a gun that doesn't exist. Right, there you go. It's like he just effortlessly devastates Merlin, and also the thing with like the whole like death retcon, yeah, I didn't like that, especially with the way they did it. Like, yeah, 10 seconds from the moment he died, people show up and literally bring him back from the dead. No, no, no. No. Alright, anyway. Yeah, what really wasn't a fan of that decision. Let's keep it at that. I don't remember like really caring for the villain either. I wasn't hooked. We'll say that. Like I didn't dislike her, I guess, but I mean I didn't think anything. I don't remember being invested in her at all. I suppose like if I was like, I mean, you know, she plays she plays a character in Evolution as well, so I suppose like maybe I could. But then again, I'll just watch Evolution again. Do you know what I mean? I'm sort of like, oh, maybe I'll watch it for her, but I can just watch Evolution again. So like, no. But ish, you know.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Indeed. Do. No, wait a second. Hey, are you okay? Alright. Alright, go. I'm not sure if they only have one revive in them, so I have to be very careful around that kind of thing.
Let's go.
No, we still have loot to get, Tony boy. Coming soon, prime time, 393. That was 393, right? They're almost up to 400 at this point. Oh my goodness. Well, I know that I can get at least 300 ducats from everything that I'm doing here. Alright, I am actually going to leave it here because I want to go to bed. So, what am I going to do now? Let's just, who are we going to go for? Who are we going to raid? Let's have a bit of a look around, shall we? Let's see who's on. Don't mind me. Lady 8! Lady 8's on. Why not? Let's go for it. Where are you? Nope, not you. It's me. I just realised, how did you jump the outro? Alrighty then, the time has come for me to depart. I hope you guys had about as much fun as I did. If there are any games you'd like to see me play, feel free to suggest them down in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. And have a splendid day. But before we're going to raid. So, let's raid Alinea 8. There we go. Alinea 8, start raid. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Read. End stream.